was like cinnamon buns. That's how you check audio.
I did not see you as being the one who'd be bumming
I
iCarly.
never. It was like one of the only things I've ever watched of it. Yeah.
Sometimes those old Disney movies have some shows have some very great moments.
Family Channel, bro. It's for families.
I had peasant television, okay? I had like CBC and a couple other ones.
Yeah, you guys had an antenna. You guys
Yeah.
had cable or anything. Just
No cable, no
Like
satellite.
rabbit ears?
Yeah, we had actual rabbit ears for our TV. It was sweet. And like you could like grab them and try to like fine tune them to get a good picture.
Do you remember your first DVD player then as well?
I do remember my first DVD player. We were on VHS for quite a while.
Do you remember your first DVD that you got?
Oh.
Because I remember mine. What's yours?
I think mine was Shrek.
Yeah! It's acceptable.
Hey now. Oh, I saw a really funny thing. It was a picture of a music playlist titled Songs for Making the Sex. And all of them were just All Star by Smash Mouth.
What was yours?
Your
first porno?
No, Die Another Day, James Bond with Halle Berry.
Oh.
Sweet Aston Martin Vanquish in it. It's top.
Cool.
Like hits a button, spikes come out the tires so you can drive on ice. Any car could like cloak and go invisible, and it rockets. Great movie.
That's awesome.
Great movie.
I never,
Intense.
yeah, I don't remember what my first DVD would be. So,
Sarah, you remember yours?
No.
Oh,
We just all of a sudden had some.
yeah.
I don't remember getting any.
No.
Do you remember your first wireless router?
That I don't remember.
Do you?
I do.
Really?
It was the same year I got my Nintendo DS.
Oh,
I asked for it
nice.
for Christmas.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hastlecast podcast. Tonight, hosted by myself, Ben. We have
Alex?
and
Sarah?
Steven.
perfect. So, was that your first handheld console? Was a DS, or did you
No,
have, like,
I had Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance.
yeah?
Dang.
I remember getting our very first gaming console of any kind,
I remember it as well.
which was a Game Boy Advance SP.
Okay, never mind, I don't remember.
Flip open?
Yeah, it was like a perfect square and it flipped open. My cousin gave it to us with one game, and that game was a series of unfortunate events, the adventure game based off the movie. Not a great game.
Not a great movie either.
No, definitely not. Have you seen the new Netflix series?
I haven't. I've heard good things about it.
It's good, and it's not as good when you're a fan of that series, like of the books and stuff.
I read the shit out of the books.
Yeah, they're good books. I got them all here.
Okay.
What did you think my first gaming thing was?
I thought it was the Super Nintendo. I'm pretty sure Mark gave you one, if I remember correctly.
That's right, yeah.
That was after the SP, though?
That was after the SP.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep, that was that. And then a family friend of ours moved in because he was going to university here in Calgary. So he was just renting a room. And he brought along all of the systems. Like, he had a Wii and a GameCube and stuff like that. And it's like, boom, exposure to video games for once. I was probably only like 12 or 13 years old. But
I have family friends that gave us our first handheld stuff, which was our first like video games altogether, which was like Game Boy Colors, Game Boy Advances, and, like a bunch of games, mainly just Pokemon stuff. So that's all we played, like
Yeah.
on repeat all the time. Great.
my brother got a Game Boy Color in secret because he didn't want my parents knowing about it.
Yes.
Because he thought that they were going to take away his Game Boy Color thinking about it. So he had this thing and a bunch of Pokemon games that he was playing. And he didn't tell us either because he thought we would rat him out and then they would be like, well, you can't have one if your brothers don't have one because that's not fair. So, like, he just assumed they would take it away. So, but yeah, Pokemon was pretty big in our childhoods. Did you do much gaming growing up, Sarah?
No, we were told to play outside.
Yeah.
Don't come home
We
until
were
dinner
losers.
time. You'll be
Come
fine. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get a gaming system until I moved out here, which was in grade 5. I don't know how old that is.
2005, 2006.
Yeah,
So probably 10 or 11.
roughly. Then my stepbrother brought his gaming stuff over, and then I was allowed to play then. Before that, no DVD player, no TV. It was play outside.
Oh, so you're Amish.
Pretty much.
No electronics.
No electronics. So yeah. I was really hyped when our school gave us like the Mac computers. I don't know if you guys ever had that.
You were excited about
Awesome.
a Mac computer?
Wait, look. It had chess on it, okay? It's the closest thing to virtual games that I got to.
Sorry, speaking of chess, Rudy doesn't know how to play chess.
What?
Yeah, right?
Do you guys like chess?
Did he ever have an
I do.
Apple computer?
I'm totally wrong. I'm straight garbage at chess.
Well,
but people like it. I'm sorry.
You beat Ben at chess.
No, that was checkers.
Ah, my
Oh,
bad. Sorry.
yeah.
Checkers is hard, dude.
What is chess a walk in the park then?
That depends.
I love chess.
Now, does Rudy just not know the rules, or does he just not know how to play it well?
Rules.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, when we did that ski trip that I'm not going to get into, because apparently it was, or not apparently, it was talked about in a previous episode.
It was.
Like kind of ran out of card games to play. I was like, just hanging out. Like, well, there's a chessboard, and like, if you want to play some chess, it's like, A, I don't know how to play. B, I'm too tired to learn how to play. I don't really want to either. It's like, fair enough.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of rules. You just gotta know what each piece is allowed to do and kind of positioning rules and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can have strategies, but most of the time you win through dumb luck.
Yeah, those are actually. I went to this YouTube video because for a while I was wanting to learn a bit more about chess, just kind of the way it works in terms of a higher level other than absolute beginner. And some guy, it was some chess school in the States. Some guy was giving me a 2-hour lesson. It was one of their lessons for children. I was going over chess strategy, like chess openings of like what opening moves and what each ones are called. So like if you move a knight to this space and then this pawn to this space, that's a French opening or something. Or if you do this,
What opening?
French opening.
Oh, French. Okay.
Or whatever else. They went over like 20 of them. And this is a bunch of like 7-year-olds. And this guy is like, oh, does anybody know what this is? Oh, yes. Oh, it's the Spanish opening. Oh, yes, of course. Like, 7.
Obviously, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
I was in a chess club in like grade 5.
Yeah, you?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I really want to play. I want to get trashed.
Dude, I'm not good at all. I wasn't good then. We'd like hang out after school and like play chess as
That's
like an
cool.
after school club to do.
That is so English.
It was a Spanish bilingual school as well.
Oh. Wow.
What do you? Alright, really nerdy here. What do you open with? Do you open with pawns? Do you go like knight?
I don't know the last time I played chess. I probably haven't played it for a solid 12 years. Like my dad taught me when I was a kid, so in elementary school we played a few nights and I haven't played it since.
That wasn't the question.
Well, you think I'm gonna remember like
I don't know. Like
8-year-old Steven is like, oh, I did the Spanish, whatever. I don't know.
fair enough.
Yeah, I got into backgammon at one point. It's a fun game, and there's a lot of strategy to that one too.
There's this really nerdy book I want to get. I've never played. I think I played backgammon once. There's this really nerdy book called Backgammon for Blood. It's just some like hardcore strategy book of like winning in backgammon.
That's awesome.
Well, I have to play shogi just because it looks like a really cool game.
What's shogi?
It's like a Japanese game, but it's like a combination of like backgammon, chess, and checkers. Like it's a bunch of different stuff.
Oh.
It's you either play it as like a strategy game, like try and predict your opponent's moves, or just impulsive, just move piece after piece and just see what happens. Kind of deal.
Have you guys ever played Go?
No.
Maybe.
Go's another one that I would love to get into. Just it's super nerd. So pretty much you just have this. I think it's a 10x10 grid, and you just place like a token on each intersection. You're trying to control more space on the board than your opponent. So you go like back and forth placing one stone. If you have like a circle or like an air, like if you can circle around an area, all the inner spaces are considered yours as well.
Oh,
and
I
then
see.
nobody can place other tokens inside them. It's just control for space until pretty much both players pass and just saying, yeah, we think the game's over. There's no point in continuing, and then whoever has the most space controlled wins. Yeah, I don't know. It's apparently fun, but it's also incredibly hard. And like, where do you even start if you're just looking at this? Like, I have 100 moves I can make. What's the right move?
Huh. Did you guys ever play Chinese checkers?
Yeah, I played a bit of Chinese checkers in my day.
no.
Do you? Okay, Chinese checkers is like a checkers style game, but the board is shaped in like a 6-pointed star.
Oh, is it the marbles?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, then yes.
Why is it called Chinese checkers?
Chinese,
Because
probably.
the Japanese invented it.
Oh. I kind of want to look this up because, like, I wondered that as a kid.
I'm assuming it was created in some sort of Chinese culture. That was always my guess, but
I don't know. Was it junior high? Yeah, junior high. We did do like a boards game like every like Thursday lunch hour. We'd like meet up and I can never remember the name of the board, but it was like World War II, Europe, Great Britain, or
Risk?
Allies and Axis. It wasn't Risk.
no, Dominion.
No,
Ooh,
it's a.
I remember this.
I don't remember.
Well,
Mr. Wiley was the guy that ran it.
Yeah, I remember this because it was a super nerdy strategy game. But
Ian and I played it, and like each week, or like you pick your country like start of the semester or whatever. Great Britain, obviously. And then each week you like write down your moves and put in and say, I want to invade this place, or I want to help defend there, or attack, or whatever. And everybody else would like make the moves, and you're trying like week by week to conquer all of Europe. Don't remember what it's called though. Loads of fun.
Update on Chinese checkers. According to Wikipedia, despite its name, the game is not a variation of checkers, nor did it originate in China or any part of Asia. The game was invented in Germany in 1892 under the name Sternhalma as a variation of the older American game Halma. So Sternhalma is Star Halma,
Okay.
I guess, in German. I have no idea what Halma is. And according to Wikipedia,
Credible.
well, that's not very helpful, Wikipedia.
Damn it, Ben.
It just called it a strategy board game, and then gave a whole bunch of information about who made it. Checkered and divided into 16 by 16 squares. Pieces may be small checkers or counters or wooden plastic cones or men, resembling small chess pawns. Oh, jeez, thing looks complicated.
Wait, you brought it up. I'm assuming you know how to play it.
Halma?
Oh, so I thought you were just talking about Chinese checkers. So.
No, this is Halma.
My
Chinese
apologies.
checkers is based off of Halma, and I've never heard of Halma before.
Is it Chinese checkers just like a marble hops over another marble so it goes away?
No, the marble doesn't go away. You're trying to move your marbles to the other side of the board. So like, you will start yours in like a triangle, and there's somebody opposing triangle, and you're trying to move. You can jump over yours or the opponent's, and you're trying to move all your marbles to the other side before your opponent brings them to yours.
Yeah, but you can only move one space at a time or something.
Well, if you can jump them.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yes, one at a time.
And it's like checkers then for that instance, how if you can't jump, you can keep going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's too complicated for me to explain on the podcast, so if you're curious, just Google what Halma is.
Just look it up.
So there was a funny, interesting thing that happened on Twitter recently. Did you hear about Carter Wilkerson and his plea to Wendy's for free chicken nuggets?
Yes, I did.
So, did you hear about this, Alex? Okay, so this...
Does it look like I have Twitter?
Maybe you should get Twitter.
I had it at one point. I gave up on it because it was stupid.
So this guy, his handle's @CarterJWM, tweeted at Wendy's, "Yo Wendy's, how many retweets for your free chicken nuggets?" And Wendy's responded saying 18 million, which is a lot. And he responded, "Consider it done." So he took a sort of screen capture of that conversation and said, "Help me please, a man needs his nugs." It is now at 2.1 million retweets. It was retweeted by, I believe, Microsoft, as well as Google and stuff like that. And they're like, a lot of different large companies were offering him products based on how far he gets with this whole thing. And when he's like, honestly, 2.1 is considerably more than we thought was going to happen. So, good on you. And I don't know, it's pretty interesting to me that somebody can amass a following of that for something so stupid.
Doesn't like Ellen DeGeneres have like more followers than there are on Twitter, or there are on Earth or something like that?
Potentially.
Isn't it something like that? Like she's got more Twitter followers than like anybody else.
Okay,
like on Earth, like she's
Okay,
got
I
more
thought
than
you-
like 7 billion followers.
Okay, no. There's no.
Well, you can create more than one account.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Okay.
like I just searched some like astronomical.
I'm like at
followers.
99% sure there's not even a billion Twitter users.
No. Well, Ben was saying that 18 million retweets would be impossible because there's not even 18 million
Accounts?
accounts. Yeah.
That's I need to double check that fact, but yeah.
I think there could be 18 million accounts. 7 billion though? There's
I don't know. I just knew she had a buttload That's what I heard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has the record for like most retweeted photo. She has a few like
Probably.
Twitter records and stuff. Yeah, but
I remember that she was at a awards show of some sort and
Yeah.
got a whole bunch of celebrities in.
Grammys or Oscars or
Yeah.
something.
Got a whole bunch of celebrities in a selfie. But yeah, Microsoft tweeted at this Carter dude. He's like, "We're in. How about you at Amazon and Google?" Amazon said, "Oh, we are so in." Google said, "Feeling lucky, Carter?"
So in.
Yeah. Amazon also responded saying, "Live your best life, Carter. Follow your dreams." United Airlines said, "If you get the 18 million retweets, we'll give you a free flight to take you to any Wendy's in the world in the city we serve." At Mattress Firm said, "Hit 18 million and we've got your food coma sleep pack ready."
Was this guy like big before this, or was
No,
he like
no.
100
He's
followers
random,
like at
dude.
best?
Yeah, he's just like a teenager that just did this and managed to make it go viral. So
Good on him.
that was interesting.
You mentioned your app crashing. Facebook app is a piece, and Messenger app is worse.
Yeah,
Oof.
So therefore, I don't use either of them because I'm not a chump.
right.
Obvious.
But and even now, Safari is lacking. And I'm not going to download another internet browser because I don't have enough space on my phone. But Safari, if I go on Facebook, for 3 weeks straight, I couldn't open Safari, or like open Fire. God, what should I say? I couldn't open Facebook on Safari.
Right.
It would like go to like a login screen, I'd hit login, and just refresh the login page. And that's it. It wouldn't actually log me in. Now it's letting me log in. But if I go to like the Messenger app, which in the past I've always been able to open up and have right there through Safari, it just goes, you need to download the Messenger app
Yep.
in order to be able to
Yeah.
talk to your friends. I'm
That's the worst.
like, well, I'm never going to talk to them again. That's fine. But I'm not going to download this app.
See, I was right with you. I downloaded a third-party app that let you hook it up with Facebook, and then Facebook updated their APIs, completely broke that. So this was a week ago when we were trying to figure out the concert plans. You probably thought I never respond to you on Facebook. On mine, it says I responded to you on my app. But later, when I was checking Facebook, I noticed I never did because the API was broken.
Oh, I never noticed.
So, well, you never got the message. So that's why when Sarah was messaging me after, I'm like, "Can't Ben check?" And she's like, "Oh, he doesn't have service." I was like, "Oh, it's Ben's fault." And then afterwards, like, "Nope, I just never sent anything." Great.
It's always Ben's fault.
Yeah, I have to pay for the my lack of a good service provider, a cheap service provider though. So I can deal. Yeah, I deleted the Facebook app quite a while ago. Actually, after Steven recommended
Yeah.
not using it, and I just do it
I
through
did.
whatever browser. Well, you told me that you don't use the app anymore,
Okay, yeah, that is true.
and just because of all number of reasons, I'm like, you know what? Sure, I'll just do it through the browser as well. I still use the Messenger app though, which I hate.
I say it wasn't until they released the Messenger app that was fine. I was like, you know what? I'm done with the Facebook app. It's over.
The point that you need two apps to run one service is useless.
Well, I understand why they do it. Because if you say you have one app that has, I don't know how many Facebook users there are. If you say you have one app with 1 billion users, that sounds impressive. But if you say you have two apps that have 1 billion users each, that's twice as impressive.
Yeah.
Even though
Twice
they're
the
pretty much all the
revenue,
same.
Yeah, but just like from like a marketing standpoint, for them being able to get like investors, it's way better for them to say they have two apps. And same way why I'm pretty sure they have a groups app now as well, and like they might have an events app. So
Wow.
again, all those will have X hundreds of thousands and millions of people.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
lot
just
of
use it on my
advertising
computer now.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
The money.
Is there any advertising on Messenger? I never noticed.
I don't use
Oh.
Messenger.
No?
If nothing else, they're definitely taking your data and selling it to advertisers.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about that last week, how you were talking about how you were just having a conversation and
Yeah, all of a sudden they start coming up on my phone with advertisements.
yeah, whatever you were talking about, it's just like, hey, we heard you like these things or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoa,
Constantly being watched.
constantly.
Constantly.
On the topic of apps as well, the Instagram app is a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah.
I know none of you use it except for Sarah, kind of.
I like looking at pictures.
yeah.
I don't post
Like-
any, but I like looking at
Every
them.
once in a while I will as well. But like photos from like the ski trip, I'm like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll post some of those because why not? It's like, oh, I've got them all on my computer. I should be able to upload it like you can to Facebook. No, you have to email them to yourself to upload them off your phone. You can't do it off a computer or like a web browser.
Do they even have a website you can sign into? Because for a long time they didn't.
They do now, but it's like
Oh.
nothing. It's literally like the app, but on a bigger screen. But you can't upload a photo to it, which is completely ridiculous. Like you can go to the camera and it'll turn on your camera, and it's like, but there's no like upload photos from my folders, documents, or folders folder, or whatever.
Interesting.
Which is stupid. It's a pain in the ass. So therefore, I didn't upload any photos.
Hear that, Instagram? Work.
Yeah.
Work
They're
better.
fucking all apps. Fucking work. Why are you
Yeah.
doing like this?
It's weird because doesn't Facebook own Instagram now? I'm
Yes.
pretty sure they bought them out
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Well, that's why.
Well,
That explains it.
Like Facebook has the capital to develop that if they want to.
So
it's
they got
interesting.
capital to develop VR as well.
Yeah. Well, it's right. Like they're rich; they can do whatever they want. But it's just like it's interesting. I don't know if it's just because if you have that app downloaded, they can track more information on you or what. But I'm assuming there's some sort of reason why they don't want to develop that further, or maybe it's just not profitable. That could very well be it too. Instagram might bleed money for all we know.
Yep.
I know YouTube bleeds money.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I guess YouTube. Or no, I guess they are both free services unless YouTube Red. It's like you can get paid through that, and like
I know
we
we
just
just
subscribe to it.
Which is like how much data and like storage space YouTube takes up. And at least last time I checked, yeah, Google bleeds money from running YouTube. But interesting stuff.
I tried to navigate our group over onto WhatsApp at some point.
That was a train wreck.
That didn't work. Well, like, it had worked for me plenty of times, and I was so sick of the Messenger app being stupid that I was like, hey guys, let's try WhatsApp, because I don't like this one. And they're like, alright, we'll give it a shot. So I set it all up, and then I don't think everybody navigated over.
I didn't.
Yeah, and they're like, what, you can't give people nicknames? Where are all the emojis? Blah, 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 this, that. And I'm like, okay, well, none of that stuff matters. It's like...
It does matter. That is the purpose
Yeah.
of
So,
messaging.
I'm with you, Ben. I hate all that extra stuff. So
But again, for me, it's like the fact I have to download an app to talk to people. I'm like, I'd just rather text them. So,
Yeah, it's
and
true.
Otherwise, Safari used to work, and now I guess it doesn't.
Dude, people got pissed when you tried to group text.
Oh, that was
was hilarious.
I did not know about that. I didn't know about that either. Because so I was running iOS 7 on like my new phone, and they're on iOS 10 now. But I was running iOS 7, so like 3 generations back, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
I plugged my phone into my computer to download some more songs onto it, and it goes, "Oh, your iTunes needs an update." I'm like, "Okay, sure, I'll update it. I got time now." I hit accept, and I'm like, removing all content. And it's like changing format. I look at my phone and I see like the wheel spinning. I'm like, no. I'm like, cancel, eject the phone, like unsafe ejecting, and my phone wouldn't turn on.
Oh,
So
great.
I'm like, it would like hold down the power button and like the logo would show up and then just turn back off. So I'm like, I have to update now. I don't like this. So I updated it, and now I absolutely hate it. And then so like I have like group messages, how it's like sends one message to everybody kind of deal, and it's like none of those groups carried over, I guess, with the update for reasons. So when I tried to make a new one for some event that I was planning, it did send it as a group text, not as an individual message to each one individually. It was like everybody wants to talk in the same space at the same time, when none of us have, or like not all of us have iPhones, or all of us have Samsungs, or all of us have a group text compatible device.
Right.
it was funny to me because I respond to you, and then I have several people in this group who I did not ever input their names into my phone. So, so all of a sudden it's a bunch of numbers I don't recognize coming back, like responding with things. I was like, what's happening? Like, what did I just respond to? Was it to like it was like 4 or 5 numbers in a row where I'm like, who are these people? And then I think your name popped. It may have been, I don't remember. But like somebody actually right out, I was like, oh, these are other people in the group. That's what it is.
Yeah, like I was just sitting here and I got your text and I responded, and then I got a text from Sara, which was also in response to you. I look over at her, I'm like, oh, he texted you too, eh? Thinking that she had just accidentally responded to me.
Yeah.
But you and I both got the text, and I'm assuming everybody else got the text. And then another one came in, and another one, and another one. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, oh, that's weird. But then in the group chat, people are. I think it was Julian.
Julian's losing
lost
his
it.
goddamn mind.
Yeah.
I didn't have service either where I was, so I couldn't check like the Facebook app or anything, or like,
No,
Safari, which is like so I don't have data because I'm a chump like that as well. So I'm like, fucking texting is so much easier.
Yeah. But Julian was
Little
just like,
did you know.
Julian's like, what the hell is going on with texting? Like, why is all this happening?
If only we had some sort of platform that we're all part of a group that we could all communicate at the same time.
Exactly.
Wouldn't that be great? Oh wait.
Yeah. People are like, just use the group chat in Messenger. It's just like, well,
I don't have data. Shut up.
yeah. And I said that, and people were like, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was
I
good
mentioned that
culture.
too.
As well, like every time somebody else like texted me back as part of that, I'm like, oh, that's wrong. So I would personally text them back, So it's like if Steven did message back through the group, I would text him, not him back through the group. So it kind of stopped having a big conversation, which is like the best way. And then I did go through the settings for like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, so you can actually turn that off. So it's like never being turned back on now, apparently. So, yeah.
Dumb apps being dumb. Okay, Steven, you are by far the cool person of the weekend
Oh boy.
because of your accomplishments from Saturday.
Yeah.
You want to explain to Alex how that went?
Him and I've already discussed this a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
As well, we gotta talk about what we did last night, Steven.
Oh man. So let me explain my day yesterday. So I wake up bright and early by my cats jumping on my bed wanting to be fed. I start playing Halo and I play a few hours. I then go to a 2v2 Halo tournament that was being held at a local mall. And Ben and Sarah, bless their hearts, came by and hung out as well.
That's because we're the best.
I was the coach, so I had to come.
Yeah.
Ben was a cheerleader. He had his pom-poms.
I really wish I did have pom-poms.
Great. Wear a skirt as well.
My team was the Sacred Goats.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, it was like, all the names there. Okay, let me be real. I'm just back talking a bunch of people. Every other name there sucked. Not saying my name was good, but if I'm looking at mine, I'm like, okay, our name isn't bad, or at the comparison of everybody else's, I was like, this is bad. It's like Hardwood. It's like
Hardwood's a great
Midnight
name.
Marauders.
terrible. Midnight Marauders. Just like, you guys are all dumb.
But the Sacred Goats.
Sacred Goats.
Sacred Goats.
So they're just like, yo, the goats are playing. I'm like, that's right. Like, represent. We then proceeded to not drop a game through the entire tournament. Clean sweep of everything.
You also had matching backpacks.
We had matching backpacks.
And your own headset and your controllers.
They actually didn't let us use our own controllers, which was another thing that was annoying. We had to win several games with me having a broken controller because one of their controllers was messed up. But
Yeah, like you couldn't turn right or something?
you could turn, but it went at like not even a tenth of the speed it should have turned.
Jeez.
So
sensitivity.
yeah, so strange. If one person was holding like left, or for them it would be left, yeah, because then they're moving right on my screen. My like reticle couldn't follow them because he couldn't move fast enough.
Oh,
So I was pretty much just screwed.
still pulled it out.
Yeah, of course. The goats.
Definitely in the game where I noticed that happening to you the most, your partner definitely carried you.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was actually afterwards when we were driving home, we were talking about. He's like, "Man, next time I'm gonna practice more." He's like, "Dude, there's so many games I almost choked for us." I was like, "No, you played fine. It was good."
I was thoroughly impressed with both of your
Abilities.
your performances.
I
Mainly
taught
just
you guys well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny thing because Sarah and I were there basically right from the get go. It's like some of the only people there spectating and not participating.
The kid's father. We'll
Yeah.
get to that in a minute. Yeah.
And that group of guys that was there. But the guy who was kind of running all the technological aspects of the thing, like the tournament style or like the tournament tree, stuff like that. He was talking to us. He's just like, "So you guys having fun? Like, I know you're not competitors, but I'm like, oh yeah, it's great. We're here to support the goats." And he's like, "You think they're gonna take it?" I'm like, "I have no doubts they're gonna take it." And he's just like, "Yeah, well, how do you know them?" Or something like that. And Sarah's like, we're the coaches. We taught them."
I didn't say we. I said I was the coach.
Okay, Sarah
We're not part of
said,
this.
Sarah said she was the coach, and I jumped in on the credit there. I was like, "Yeah, we did it. I added the we."
But then I got the free ice cream.
It's true.
So
You got free ice cream.
I got free ice cream.
Because they just went along with it. They're just like, "Yeah, gotta give free ice cream to the coach."
Then every time you guys were like playing or about to play or something like that, they're like, "So coach, do you think they're gonna do it?" Yeah, of course they're gonna do it. And I was filming for the King's Legion. You guys were playing in the finals, and they're like, "Are you guys taking stats for the goats like that when they play again? They can know like their strategy and all that kind of stuff." I'm like, obviously that's what I was doing. Like I wasn't streaming or nothing. I was, of course, pro strats, yes.
Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
funny. Quite funny.
Yeah, no, it was fun. There was a great moment. So one of the guys who helped organize this, I met him last year at like some dumb Call of Duty tournament that was terrible. But, so I heard about this through him, and I was like, yeah, I'll show up. He's sitting down for his first game and for Sam Highland. And then their opposing team sits on the other side, and it's like 2 6-year-old kids. And they just turn around, they're like, if we lose this, we're gonna be so embarrassed. These kids have like never played before, and these guys are like, no mercy. They win at 25 to -5. They're teabagging the kids.
Oh,
yeah. So,
but the kids, like, at one point, the one guy was, I think they were just brothers or whatever, and the one guy is just like trying to throw grenades at his brother, thinking that he's the enemy because he's confused. He's like, they were on blue team for this game, and just nope, aim for the red guys, dude. And then what was the score of the first game?
25 to -5.
Yeah. Well, we were thinking, like, we were kind of commenting before, it's just like, well, if the kids aren't good, then it's probably going to be a 25-0. And it was worse than that.
Yeah. To be fair, that map has, like, people suicide on that map all the time. So we ended up playing that team in the finals, and they suicided on that map 2 or 3 times themselves.
Yeah.
So, like, it definitely happens. Me and my partner didn't, because, well, you know.
Your goats.
We're not actually bad at the game.
It was Halo 5 that you were playing.
It was Halo 5, yeah. But yeah, no, they just... I couldn't believe it. One of them teammates with the kid. I was like, come on, dude. Like, are you serious?
However, in their second game, when the one kid actually got a kill, the cheer from the crowd was insane. It was fantastic.
It was as big a cheer as, 6 people can do.
It was great because their dad's standing there. He's like, dude, these kids just wanted to have fun. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah. And like, this was in a Microsoft store, so they had a pretty decent setup, or decent looking setup, I should say, because there was quite a few technological problems. But the Xboxes that everybody was playing on, it was 2 Xboxes on one side of the table and 2 on the other side of the table, so they couldn't see each other's screens. And the Xboxes were sitting on these, like, glowing, clear, like, semi-clear platforms or whatever. And there's a remote control to change the color. And, like, one of these kids just finds the remote and just starts changing all the colors. You're supposed to have blue and then red, so you know which team is which. And he's just like, green, yellow, blue, red, blue, and then put it on to, like, the multicolored changing one. And it's just hilarious. He was more fascinated with that than, like, the game at all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
At least you didn't lose to anybody with gloves.
Oh my goodness, 2 kids had gloves there. 2!
Yeah!
Oh, I was so scared. There was once an old Halo pro who lost some guys in a later match they play against, or a later event they play against them again. And this one guy stands, he's like, yeah, like, I beat you last time. The guy's like, you've never beaten me. He's like, yeah, this event, da-da-da. And, like, this Halo pro, he completely blocked it from memory. He's like, dude, this guy wears gloves. There's no way I can lose from that. And then after he literally went back and checked. He's like, he did beat me. And he retired shortly after that.
Oh,
he's like, nope, I can't do this anymore. It's over.
Wow. Yeah, the one guy with gloves had a full, like, faux military outfit on with, like, wide-brimmed hat and, like, UNSC patches.
But it wasn't, like, actual, like, Canadian Forces
No,
military.
it was supposed to be a Halo costume.
Okay.
But it did have a Canadian flag.
Yeah.
And
With
also...
US stamps.
Yeah, there was U.S. stamps on, like, his water bottle pouches and stuff. And, like, when they would ask each team if they were ready to begin, he'd always go, "Hoorah!" And then whenever he won, he would go, "Hoorah!" And I told Steven, I'm like, when you verse these guys and you inevitably beat them, you have to go, "Hoorah!" And they didn't do it.
Why not? So here's the deal. I was also wanting to make, like, I was wanting to trash talk other teams. It's like, I don't know. Like, I believe mental game is a big part of Halo. And therefore, if you can make the other team upset, you can just ruin their whole day.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, okay, we're in the middle of a public store, and I want these around in the future, so I don't want to just stand and scream at some other person. But sometimes, just like, when we'd be just trying to be like, "Ooh, raw, bitch!"
It was a much bigger overall event in that store than I thought it was going to be. Not just the Halo thing.
Yeah, they had several things going on that day.
There was an Overwatch tournament. There was a Minecraft build challenge thing. They were showing off VR headsets and stuff like that. And in the Microsoft store, they have like a section in the back with a big TV and a bunch of couches and stuff. And I thought that's where this Halo thing was going to go on. But it was more towards the front of the store, which is actually kind of a good thing. But yeah, like the Overwatch people took over the entire back section of the store, and there was like at least 30, 40 people in there.
Yeah, because that's for one team for that 6 people.
Yeah.
So even if they have 4 teams, you're already up to 24 people who are around for that.
Plus fans, plus parents.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a Awesome
Fun
thing.
time.
And then what was the rest of your day like? You mentioned.
So I woke up, fed the cats, played Halo. I didn't eat anything like all day, so I was like, got fed cats, played Halo to practice before this event. Went to the event, played Halo there. Got home and my friend texted me. He's like, "Hey, we should play Halo tonight." It's like, yeah, sure, why not? Alex was texting me asking if I want to hang out. I'm like, well, you're welcome to play Halo with us as well.
Yeah.
Played, I don't know, 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then went to Denny's.
We
We got there for like 4 hours.
We went to Denny's at like 11:30, something like that.
Yeah, I think we signed off of Xbox at like 10:45, so
Yeah.
yeah, probably 11:15 or around there.
Nice.
We left at like 2:45.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, almost 4 hours.
That's a long day.
Yeah,
That was great.
yeah.
Did you get hot?
It was just the three of us, me, Steven, and his other friend.
Did you get hot chocolate at the Denny's?
Of course.
Damn right.
Good.
I don't like Denny's.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's so good.
I wonder if that car alarm's getting picked up.
I don't know.
My
So we
car
can't
goes
hear it.
off all the time.
There in the mornings, there's a car that I don't know who owns it, but they're across the street, and I always hear a increasing in speed squealing. So it's just like and it's just getting faster and faster and faster until they just like almost burn out trying to pull out of the thing, and then the squealing stops. It's like,
You
whoa.
gotta hot wire the car every morning.
Yeah, every morning.
Oh man.
I don't know if it's just like, I don't know if it has to do with it being a cold morning or not, because
Yeah.
I know my car makes noises when it's cold in the morning, but it's terrible. So yeah, that same night, Sarah and I went to her place to watch the dogs and play some video games and stuff. We were playing Borderlands 2, and we also watched the second Aliens movie.
Okay.
And you were drinking, what were those things? The vanilla vodka with orange juice?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was drinking Gibson's Finest whiskey with ginger ale.
Of course.
And I was always putting a little bit more whiskey into my glass than I should have been. So but you just can't taste the difference anyway. So I finished the bottle, and
Was it like a full bottle?
it wasn't already full. There was probably a quarter to a third missing.
Was it like 2.6?
I don't know.
Okay.
What would you say it was? It was decent size.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we watched Alien. I drank most of this stuff, and then we go play Borderlands, and
You're a little tipsy at this point.
just a little bit.
A little
I was
bit.
pretty much drunk at this
A
point.
little wobbly.
And Sarah said, "All right, every time we die, we got to take a big gulp." I'm like, "All right, let's do it." So
And we're playing like Ultimate Vault Hunter mode right now.
yeah, we're in the third playthrough in one of the DLCs, just totally getting destroyed. So I'm slamming these things back, and like I was just, like, we're doing the quest, and I'm usually the one that sets up what quest we're gonna work on next. And Sarah's like, "All right, so where are we going?" I'm like, "We gotta go talk to the," and I just couldn't finish the sentence. She's like, "What?" And I just had to like sit up and concentrate and say, "We have to go and talk to this guy." And just like, it took all my energy.
It took a good like 2 minutes for him just to talk,
Yeah, it
to
was.
finish his sentence. Then my dogs would look at him like, what are you trying to do? Like,
What's wrong
we
with
don't
you?"
even get it.
Go home, you're drunk.
Yeah.
And then shortly after, I vomited, and then passed out on the couch.
It's quite funny.
Nice.
Yeah, and then your dog, like, Abby, she's this big black German Shepherd with this huge snout, and I was like drunk on the couch sleeping, and then she comes up and sticks her nose right in my lips, and wakes me up because she needs something. I'm like, go away. So I get up and I go to try to figure out what she wants, and turns out it was nothing. Stupid dog.
She likes attention.
Yeah.
She'll get it one way or another.
Yeah. So that was a fun night. Alright, do you guys want to play Safe Word?
Yeah, do it.
It doesn't matter if you want to or not, because we're doing it anyway. Safe Word is a part of the show where we take terms and sentences off Urban Dictionary and try to define them, and hopefully make a joke or two out of it. So, here we go. The first word is spaff.
Oh dear
Bad.
lord.
Spaff. Sounds a little bit like a British term.
I was gonna say.
There's a couple definitions on Urban Dictionary, and I will, depending on what you give, may or may not determine how I accept it.
It's not an acronym?
It is not an acronym.
Okay, so
I in a sentence I could be like, you spaff. I'm not like, that makes sense, but I'm like, I don't know how to define
I'm gonna
spaff.
say when a guy is about to jizz, and he needs to discard it somewhere into something or onto something or whatever.
Okay.
It's wherever he like discards it into. So it's like if it's some tissues, then those
the
tissues
spaff.
are the spaff or whatever.
Or if it's like a sperm counting app.
That could work as well. If it's an old sock.
Is it into tissues or onto tissues?
Oh man.
Depends on how you hold the tissues.
Right.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
Spaff.
That is what
Could also be used as an insult, but you know.
calling somebody a spaff.
Yeah.
You sperm collector.
Oh, I want to use that one now. Just when somebody says something dumb, like you're probably a sperm collector.
Oh, that's funny. Sarah, Alex?
I would say that. Did you ever get called a spaz as a kid?
Oh, I did.
Yeah. I got called a bunch of piece of shits.
It's the worst when you know you're right about something, and when you just a strong reaction, they'll call you a spaz, and it's just like that just makes you more mad.
So a spaff is when somebody with a lisp tries to call you a spaz. You spaff.
Do they have a lisp or are they deaf?
Either works.
Oh man. Okay, that's good. I like it. Sarah, anything?
Oh gosh, all I can think of is splitting the words into like a spitting staff, but I don't know how to like.
Like
Kind
a
of,
like a
right? Like you have a magical staff.
like a penis.
Like you
Helicopter.
can
Spitting
make
staff.
it sexual if you want,
Donatello.
but it spits at people.
Okay.
That's the power you have with the staff.
It's like a camel.
Sure.
So the more dominant term is or definition is a masturbation related
Of course.
definition. So we're gonna give it to Steven on this one.
Yeah, Steven's nugs.
A lot of these just say
spaff.
a lot of
I
these
am a spaff collector.
a lot of these say that it's just another word for ejaculate or semen or something. But there's one that says to wake up in the morning with a huge amount of Facebook notifications and finding out that one person has liked every comment you made the previous day is getting spaffed. So that one would also have been accepted because that's technically the top definition.
It seems weird to me.
I know. I
I
don't
don't understand it.
I don't get the relation to the word. The next word is out front. I know that's two words, so it's a term. Out front.
Like out front.
I assume it's not just like, hey, I'm out front. Like,
Yeah.
That's right, if it's the front yard, we're restarting this podcast. So
Scrap it all.
And Ben's just like, I need to find a new word.
We'll make it another lost episode.
Go ahead. Out front. You can make that your guess if you want.
No, I'm not going to. Well, we'll see if I can think of something in a timely manner. If not,
Alright, out front do you know what Cockney rhyming slang is?
No.
No.
Cockney rhyming slang.
It's a British thing. So it's like if you were to say apples and pears up the stairs, or dog and bone phone, kind of how it's like saying something that sounds like something else because it rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Like you were in my LA class, right, in grade 12.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Parr tried to teach us it and did a horrible job.
I don't remember that.
No, okay, good. I wish I did it as well. I was bad. But basically, it's just instead of actually saying something, it's just like saying something else because it's funny or it rhymes. Essentially.
Yeah.
So apples and pears up the stairs.
So it's something that Ned Flanders could do
Sure.
in The Simpsons.
So is it out front?
Out front.
So if you were to say out front rhymes with cunt.
Whoa, hey.
There you go.
Nice. All right, there you go.
That's mine.
I don't think I quite understand it, but sure.
There's
Don't get me wrong. Don't. Bother. It's good.
there's another one that I'm forgetting. It's like a more known one.
Have you guys ever heard the phrase that somebody's out to lunch?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, kind of like they're a bit like weird. Their opinion is a little bit insane. Or
Yeah.
so out front is that they're saying something that like everybody thinks is like just slightly off, or it's like they have common misunderstandings or something. So it's like they're not completely wrong, So somebody who's it's
They're-
like fake science for people.
Okay.
Where it's like, oh, why is the sky blue? Well, it's not actually because like reflection of light or whatever, and a parent will come up with some other definition. They're out front. They're not quite like completely insane because they understand the sky's blue. They don't actually understand why.
Oh, I see. Oh, so they think they know how things work,
Yeah.
even though they don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they're not like completely insane. They're not like the sky is green. No, they understand the sky's blue.
Oh, okay. I see. Sarah, you got anything? Out front.
Okay. It's kind of like somebody being overly blunt. I want to say like they're showing their upfrontness. Like they're being
Okay.
very
To be out front means like
They're
totally honest, like they're not holding anything back.
yeah,
kind of thing.
like transparent.
Okay, that makes sense. The actual definition, out front means number 1, that your look is hot. Number 2, that you look pimp. Or number 3, that you should show off your look that evening.
Okay.
So it is a,
Showing your best face, kind of.
pretty much, yeah, you could say that. It's just like an adjective. Like you just use it like, they use it in a sentence here. Damn girl, you are out front. Or boy, let's go hang outside of the club. We are out front. Just, you're looking good and you want to show it off.
It sounds so dumb.
Another great Cockney rhyming slang is Barney. Barney Rubble. Trouble. Does that make sense?
I don't think so. I guess I'm not getting.
Okay,
It's supposed to be humorous, right?
Yes.
I don't quite know where the humor's coming from.
He's just saying your jokes are bad.
Pretty much. Like these are all meant to be bad. Like
Oh, okay. So it's not. It's supposed to
No.
be like a pun or something.
basically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm with
So
you.
like this is like the Wikipedia definition.
I thought like we were all supposed to be rolling in laughter at these.
No,
I was just
no,
like,
no,
I don't
no.
understand.
No, these
We
are
were rolling in silence instead.
You know, otherwise it's like, what was that from? I think it was from The Italian Job. First one's like the cops show up and like to raid this place. Essentially, that the good guys in the movie are hanging out, and one guy's like, "We're in Barney," and everybody's like, "Barney? What the fuck do you mean?" He's like, "Barney Rubble, trouble." That's all it is.
Okay.
Oh,
So it's
I
like,
see.
where's the dog? Apples and pears. Up the stairs. Is the idea.
Oh,
Because it's just a replacement using something stupid.
Okay, I thought you meant you were supposed to use both parts of it. I was just like, I don't understand.
And this is a Cockney thing?
Yeah, it was like the East End of London.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's why they're so confused.
Oh yeah. But no, my definition is way off. If you call somebody a back and front, that is
Oh,
the proper one, not out front.
You were close.
Great, continue.
Your next term is tolerance juice. What is tolerance juice?
alcohol.
Yeah.
You think it's alcohol?
Yep.
Okay.
Rudy's mom's protein shakes.
Alex, channel your mom's jeans.
Mom's jeans.
You want to tell that story?
Should we tell it now? Should we?
You don't have to tell it now.
We were at a birthday party Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty much we found out Alex's mom is apparently a killer bowler.
Oh
Yeah.
And people were bowling, so just every single person who went up were like, remember, Alex's mom's jeans. That was in like Genes, not her pants.
Yeah, like genetic.
Just like, yeah, just
Not a Levi.
channel her genes, you know.
Yeah.
It's
It's way funnier to think of pants.
well, you know.
Mom jeans. Okay. Tolerance
Wait.
juice.
Were you guessing just alcohol as well then, or?
Sure, I don't know. Tolerance juice.
Tolerance juice.
That's what you gotta
I'm gonna
drink
go
to be on
with,
this
like,
podcast.
steroids.
Steroids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but for like patients. So like, not steroids, not cocaine. What's the one that like calms you down? The drug that calms you.
Morphine?
Well, there's that, but I think another like classy drug.
Classy drug like cocaine.
Meth.
It could
Heroin?
be heroin. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So it's like a heroin.
I say,
heroin.
I'm
It's
pretty sure-
tolerance juice.
I can't remember if it was
Form.
in Canada or in the States, but some city recently started using heroin again as a for medication purposes.
It calms you down. It relaxes you. From what I see on Dr. Phil.
Yeah, not that.
Obviously, that's the most credible thing you can get.
Steven, you got it. It's a concoction of alcohol used to help tolerate a person, place, or situation.
I am killing it.
In theory, the more tolerance juice you consume, the less annoyed you will be. There you go. So that was safe word. Glad we got through that.
Oh yeah.
That only took up like 10 minutes.
You need
Damn
better
it.
words.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
running
just
out.
thinking
I've
about
got through all the good ones already. Another story I just heard recently. This guy who is a food reviewer, like a high-end food restaurant.
Baron?
What?
Burger Baron?
No, not the Burger Baron. He wrote this amazing review for this 3 Michelin star restaurant in Paris, the Le Cinq Four Seasons Hotel, and he describes this one. I'll just read this one section that he writes about. All right, this segment from the article or the review that he wrote. The canapé we are instructed to eat first is like a transparent ball on a spoon. It looks like a Barbie-sized silicone breast implant and is a spherification, a gel globe using a technique perfected by a couple people about 20 years ago. This one pops in our mouth to release stale air with a tinge of ginger. My companion winces. It's like eating a condom that's been left lying about in a dusty greengrocer's. Spherifications of various kinds, bursting, popping, deflating, always ill-advised. Turn up on many dishes. It's their trick, their shtick, their big idea. It's all they have. Another canapé, tuile enclosing scallop mush, introduces us to the kitchen's love for acidity. Not bright, light, aromatic acidity of the sort provided by, say, yuzu. This is blunt acidity of the sort that polishes up dulled brass coins. And that's just like a part of this review that he's written that's just huge. So I recommend trying to look that up.
What's the food called?
It was a spherification, so it's just like essentially a ball of gel that they can
To cleanse your palate.
Yeah. But this one was apparently disgusting. And this is a 3 Michelin star place, so apparently...
So it was probably good, he's just not qualified.
Sorry, what's a Michelin star?
So Michelin, the tire company, they have this superior restaurant rating thing. So it goes above and beyond like a 5-star restaurant or whatever. If you're like...
So yeah, you have 5 stars, then you add Michelin star. 3 Michelin star is the max. Like you have the best restaurant with the 3 Michelin. Because that includes service, food taste, ambiance, everything. Like everything is part of the stars. So to get a star, you need all 3 of those to work.
Can you have like a Toyota tire star? Because that's better than Michelin.
I'm sure you could, but I'm not sure if it's internationally
Stone
recognized.
could be on top of that as well.
Yeah.
Goodyear.
Yeah, Goodyear stars. There's a good documentary. I don't know if it's still on Netflix. I think it's called 3 Stars. So that explains it all. But yeah, like you have to be the best in the world at what you do essentially to get 3 Michelin stars.
There's not many around the world with that.
No.
Are there any in Calgary?
No.
I don't think so.
There's lots in Europe. Well, not lots, but there's more in Europe than other places, from what I understand.
I think that's pretty much where it originated.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, this article was pretty funny. It was on theguardian.com. So yeah, look up Le Cinq Paris restaurant review, and you should be able to find it. Yeah. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's a lot more that he talks about in it as well, like the whole ambience of the place and stuff like that, and how it just looks like total garbage or whatever.
So is it spelled like a sink?
No, it's spelled
like 5 in French.
Spelled like 5 in French.
Cinq.
Cinq.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, Lecinq.
Yeah, le cinq.
Le Cinq.
Idiot! God, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Well, just so that I don't feel like the only stupid person.
I wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
You should give it your shot then.
Can I see it?
Yes, 1 second.
Le kink.
It's the highlighted.
Oh my goodness. Le Cinq. Yeah, that's my guess.
Le Cinq.
Le Cinq. Le Cinq. What was it?
The ship Le Cinq.
What?
Cinq.
Cinq.
There you go.
Le Cinq.
Does that have the French accent to it?
Eat a bunch of garlic and onions and smoke a bit, and you'll be fine.
What?
You're such a dick.
Saying French people have bad breath.
Yeah.
That's good food.
Alex, you try saying that.
Oh, God.
You're British, man.
Bon apple tea.
I'm really tempted on just going Le Cinq. And just
Le Cinq?
Le Cinq. No. Le Cinq.
Yeah, Le
Close enough?
Cinq.
Le Cinq.
Le Cinq.
Le Cinq. Le Cinq.
Butchering Language is the podcast.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
that's what brings in all the views.
Yeah.
We're killing cultures here.
At least we're not killing dreams. Children's dreams.
Wearing gloves.
Wearing gloves.
Oh, nothing made me more just like sigh of relief. It's like, okay, they're all eliminated now. I can't lose time. Thank goodness.
We're getting pretty decent ways into the show here. Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about getting here before we...
I want to give a quick update on something I talked about a few weeks ago.
Okay.
I talked about it to all of you guys before, but I didn't give an update on the show. My friend's girlfriend, or my friend's sister that we all placed bets on her engagement.
Right.
Or her breakup. There is some new developments in that they already got engaged at the end of March. So none of us win.
You want to recap the story quick?
So pretty much they started dating in the middle of February, and within a couple of days they're supposed to not being able to imagine days without the other person.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you can't imagine a day with them when you only met 48 hours ago.
Yeah.
So we're like, dude, they're going to get engaged quickly, or they're going to break up quickly. Let's place bets on which, we all chose months for each one. So like,
Right.
I guess July engagement, or I think September breakup. And then everybody else plays bets on different months as well.
Yeah.
And all of us, so to be fair, the breakup bet's still on.
Right.
Technically, they could still break up.
Yeah.
So, I still have a chance. Fingers crossed. But, yeah, with the engagement bet, though, none of us won. None of us even came close, because after 1 month, they got engaged.
Holy crap.
You had logic for yours being...
Yes. In June, they were going to a wedding together. And so I knew that they were both raised in Christian homes, and at least in my experience knowing religious people, they generally get engaged pretty quickly.
Right.
And so, okay, they were both raised in Christian homes, and they're both active in their beliefs now. And then in June, they were going to a wedding together in BC. And I was like, hey, that's where the conversation's going to start. And then within the next month, the guy would propose to her. That was my guess.
Yeah, that's a pretty sound guess.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys going to... So the breakup bet is still on.
Yes.
And because the engagement bet failed so horribly, are you guys going to renew it and bet on whether they will break up pre or post marriage?
Oh, that's a good one.
We are not doing that because post-marriage, because we're doing, you have to bet a timeline.
Okay.
So we were doing 1 month timelines, doing something post-marriage for timeline, I think would be a bit harder for guessing. Because, like, all of us thought that before the end of the year they would be engaged.
Right.
So therefore it's like, okay, there's 10 months left of the year, there's 4 people, we have like 40% chance of actually guessing the right month.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a marriage, it could be within 12 months, it could be within 10 years, it could be never.
Right.
I once my month is gone for the breakup, I wish them the best.
Yeah.
But until that point, right now I wish them the best. Up until my month, for that month I will pray for everything wrong to happen, and then after that month I wish them a long and happy life.
Yeah.
But
do you think they're gonna get married before the end of the year?
yes.
Okay.
They already have a planned date. They have plans for a location, somebody to
Officiate.
Thank you. I think they just got a photographer on board.
They got a registry going
I don't know if they've
with the
gone that
local Bed
That
Bath
is
and
going to
Beyond.
be the best part of a wedding.
Yeah.
far.
I want a freaking bullet.
What?
I want a bullet.
To kill Ben?
No, it's like
The
a shake
blender,
the
thingy,
magic
a blender
bullets?
thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Every bullet.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven, use officiate in a sentence.
It was a bad fishy 8.
Damn it! I hate you.
I didn't know if you wanted me to explain the joke.
No, I was hoping you would like set me up for the rest of the joke.
Oh, I'm
but
sorry.
like it's the same reason you walked around with your shoes
Joke.
untied for 2 weeks waiting for someone to say your shoes are untied.
Did you tell that story yet?
No, I didn't. So, I thought of a dumb joke a couple of weeks ago.
Like a month ago at this point.
Where I was gonna walk around with my shoe untied. It wasn't even a funny joke, but it got funnier the longer it took. So I was walking around with a shoe untied and just wait for somebody to comment on that. I could be like, oh, thanks for noticing. As if I prepared having my shoe untied. Like, oh, that's part of my look. But, like, I put effort to make sure the shoe was untied, when really it's no effort at all.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the joke. But instead, it took a few weeks for anybody to say
I
anything.
want to see if Aaron
So-
noticed first.
I want to say Sara did.
Is it you? That was Aaron.
So it was just getting funnier and funnier. Just like we was finally asked, like, "Yep, thanks for noticing." It was like if you get a haircut, and nobody notices. It's like a few weeks after, like, "Oh, did you get a haircut?" Like, "Yeah, a month ago." It's the same thing. It's like your shoes are untied. Yeah, they have been for 2 weeks. Thanks for noticing.
God, what used to be?
It took me a while to realize it was a joke.
It's a bad joke.
It's got funnier though.
I told the officiate joke at work though, and everybody thought it was great because nobody had heard it before.
Yeah. Well, at least you didn't butcher it like the parrot and the cigar joke.
Yeah, you've already told that one on here though.
Yeah, that's true. By yours truly.
Yep.
Alright, well that's pretty much all the time we have, so end of the show remarks here. Unless you guys have any last minute things you want to get in.
Gravy boat.
Oh yeah, we gotta do Gravy Boat. I totally forgot.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be your last thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gravy Boat, which is the part of the show where we plug some music that you may or may not have heard before, but we thought was interesting. Alex is bringing it tonight, I believe.
Yeah.
And you can find it in a YouTube playlist on our channel called Gravy Boat.
Yeah.
So, what's our song?
It's a band called the Tedeschi Trucks Band, and the song's Made Up Mind.
Made Up Mind by
The Tedeschi Trucks Band.
the Tedeschi Trucks Band.
Tedeschi.
Oh yeah, okay. Tedeschi. Tedeschi Trucks Band.
Yeah. So, long time ago, we found Derek Trucks, who's the guitarist of the band.
That's a great name.
He's a fantastic guitarist.
Yeah.
I want to say, do you guys know who the Allman Brothers are?
I've heard the name.
Have you guys ever watched Top Gear?
Yes.
Yeah.
They did the intro song to Top Gear.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Right? So, big band,
Yeah.
big show. Derek Trucks' dad was like the drummer for the Allman Brothers.
Oh, okay.
So he grew up around musicians. He's a fantastic guitarist. His wife is, I want to say Susan Tedeschi, so the Tedeschi Trucks Band. It's like a husband and wife band, and they're fantastic. It's like blues, soul stuff they play. I've seen Derek Trucks twice on his like solo career, and I've seen Tedeschi Trucks once, and they're awesome, or some form of that. But they came to Calgary like 4 years ago. I was either 16 or 17 at the time, so like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Bought tickets to the show, bought 3 tickets. Me, Dad, and Ian were gonna go. We didn't realize it was an 18 plus concert because it was at Mac Hall.
Oh.
So
yeah.
we were like on our way there, and we read the tickets. It's like, well, shit, we can't do this.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, screw it, let's see what happens. We'll try anyway. Like, we aren't gonna drink. We aren't gonna go on the piss or anything. We're just gonna go looking to see this band. So at this point, I was about as tall as Ian was because I kind of looked growth spurt. So standing in line to get into the show, I took Ian's ID. He went about 6 people behind us in line, and then we just walked all the way up.
Mhm.
Basically, so Dad and I walked up to the guy checking IDs at the door, and I showed him the ID, like looks at me, and I pull my toque down because it was in like December or something like that.
Yeah.
So it goes red hair, toque's covering red hair, can't see that. It's like
Yeah.
18. I don't know. Sure, he looks 18. He's got some sort of ID. Ian and I kind of looked alike. Blue hair,
Yeah.
or blue hair, blue eyes. I was like, yeah, sure, have a good one, and gave him tickets, and we were off in. 6 people behind line. Ian gets in, or like, Ian goes up, and he's like, hey, yeah, whatever. Here's my UFC ID. Here's my Alberta healthcare card, and here's a credit card.
Yeah.
Like all my stuff on there. And the guy's like, do you have any government issue photo ID? And he's like, well, no, but isn't this enough? And he's like, no, it's not. I need photo issue ID.
Oh man.
So Ian's like, all right, hang on. My dad just went in. A couple people ahead of us who got separated. Can I call him and see if he can get in? So Ian steps out of the line right at the front, calls Dad. I hand him back his ID, or give Dad the ID. He goes back out, hands it to Ian.
Yeah.
Ian hands it to the bouncer there, and he's like, wait, weren't you just in there? Like, I could have sworn I've seen this before. He's like, no, that's me. Like, see, red hair, blue eyes, like, right height, right weight.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the guy's like, all right, yeah, that checks out. Have a good one. Sends Ian in. So, and we did slightly underage drink, but it was great.
That's
it was
awesome.
A fantastic concert. It's cool.
Cool.
Tedeschi Trucks Band, Made Up Mind. They're brilliant.
There you go. You can find that song in the playlist on the YouTube channel. Just look for Gravy Boat. Should be there along with all the other songs that we plugged from previous episodes of the show. And then I have to give a shout out here to World 9, which is a YouTube group. They do pretty awesome gameplay videos.
Yeah.
Typically from what I've seen. Like, I haven't watched all their stuff, but I watched their Spelunky gameplay. That is freaking hilarious.
Okay.
They've just started a new what's that game I just showed you the video. Ghouls and
Oh, ghouls and ghosts.
yeah, they play Super Ghosts and Ghouls Ghouls and
Ghouls
Ghosts.
and Goblins?
Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm butchering. I love this game too, so it's really embarrassing that I don't. No.
I got it here. They
Ghouls
play
and Goblins.
Ghouls and Ghosts. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So they're just starting a series in that, and it's going to be sweet. So check them out. Dylan, Carter, all you guys are pretty funny dudes. So we may or may not want to have you on the show one day.
Yeah.
Because that would be hilarious.
We got big plans for having other people on and having special
Yeah.
guests and trying to do some gameplay stuff.
Yeah, as soon as I can figure out our new mic situation, which is proving to be more difficult than anticipated, we'll get that ball rolling. That's it for the show. So thank you all for listening. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and email us at hastlecast@gmail.com. That's Hastlecast spelled HASTLECAST.
That is how you spell cast, yes.
Wait.
Well, that's the bit that confused you for it.
I just wanted to make sure I got the hassle part right. HASTLECAST@gmail.com. Alright, thank you everybody so much for listening. We will see you next Wednesday for episode 20.
Yeah. Oh, I guess as well, because this is episode 19. We're legal now, anywhere in Canada.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anywhere in
And
Canada.
in the States, yeah, whatever. Nobody cares about you.
Yeah.
In Canada, we can go to BC and we can drink with the podcast.
That's right. Also Saskatchewan.
And is it Quebec? Or is it Quebec or
Yeah,
Ontario?
19. Quebec is 19.
Oh, there you go. Alright, thank you so much for listening. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.